Are you born organized? This is MyOrganized.life, September 24th, 2018. Do you remember back to the day when you were born? Probably
No,
not.
it
You were
was
too
a
young to
cold
remember.
day. It was a cold day.
Yeah, like today. Well,
No, not that cold.
the beginning.
I mean, it's way colder than this.
Yes. Yeah. When is your birthday?
November
Anyway?
12th.
Okay. Yeah.
Write
so
it
that would
down.
be cool. Okay. Write it down in the comments.
Send me flowers.
If your birthday is November 12th, put your name down there. And you win $100. No. You ever like that birthday game they have on the radio?
Yes, birthday
You have a 1
game.
in 365 chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, this is not radio. This is MyOrganized.life. I'm John Hunt.
And I'm Leanne Thompson.
And this is the show where we give you organizing tips, advice, and pose questions like,
When's your birthday?
no, are you born
Oh,
organized?
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, that is one of those, things that people think
People
about.
talk about that a lot.
They do. It's like, well, do you have natural skills or is organizing something you can learn?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to ask a professional organizer about her experience, and we have to rewind way back.
Way back.
Podcast.
To our original studio, even.
Our original studio, that massive huge
desk, and you
studio.
were like a little.
I was a little
speck.
teeny guy.
Yes.
Podcast number 3.
Wow.
Okay, because that was season 1. We're in season 6 right now. This on this Wednesday, I think we're coming up on podcast 231.
Okay. Wow.
Whoa,
That's
a lot of podcasts.
It is.
But anyway, we go back to number 3. Even the video on this, and we were still trying to get things down.
It's a little shaky.
It looks like it was done in like the 60s or something.
Yeah,
It's kind
it
of
does.
grainy. And,
Yep, it
but
does.
Kim Oser, our friend Kim Oser from the Washington, D.C. area,
Yep.
a professional organizer, we posed her that question about, is someone born organized or not?
Right.
And so if you want to find this podcast, actually the podcast is on becoming more productive. We talk about all kinds of things, how she got started in her organizing
A
business.
little story about finding dishes 30
Yeah.
years later.
Yeah, in a box.
In a box.
Never
in the basement.
opened.
Right.
Yeah. I bet a few people can relate to that.
I'm sure.
So anyway, if you want to find this, you go to speed.com/podcast. You go basically to the bottom of the page.
Yep.
Because it's
It's on
episode
third
number
one.
3. Yeah. But we're going to play a little clip from that right now where we ask him, are people born organized?
And I'm sitting one day reading Real Simple magazine, and I read a quote from the then president of the National Association of Professional Organizers, and I went, well, wait. There's this National Association of Professional Organizers? And I thought, there's people as crazy as me? And I went online, and I found out that people do make money providing a service of organizing others, and that there was a chapter here in Washington, D.C. And I went to my first meeting in 2003. I stuck with my job for a year, and in 2004 I said, that's it. I left my job, and I hung out a shingle and got some clients.
That's great. Now, were your parents organized at all? I mean, or one of them of the two? Or, I mean, how did that work out? Or, because are people born with organizational skills, or can they learn them?
Well, 2 questions there. One, I think some people are born with organizational skills. I always say I was a math science person, so I was always a logic person. I find that there's like the right brain, left brain, and the more creative types I find have less desire for organization. So it's not so much that they may not have the skill, but they don't have the desire because they're creative and everything is something.
Well, and isn't it cool to have a messy desk if you're an artist? I mean, you can't have a beautiful looking desk because then you're not going to look very cool, are you?
I would imagine that it would show that you're not as creative if you didn't have a lot of things, and inspiration, I guess, is the word that the creative types like to use. But I find that organizational skills can be learned if you want to learn them. To your second question, were my parents organized? My father was my first client, and I was hired by my mother to organize my father. And her thought process was, which was a little bit morbid, was, if something happens to your father, I don't know where anything is.
Oh, boy.
So my first job, I guess I would say it was like a unpaid internship, was working for my mother, organizing all the financial paperwork of my parents so that if, God forbid something should happen, my mother knew where to find things, or at least I'd be able to tell her where to find things. And that I find is one of the biggest challenges that people don't think about with organization is, in that case of emergency, where is everything and what do people need to know? and have you communicated your wishes?
Now, do you miss your previous line of work, or do you just absolutely love organizing and so glad that those days are over?
I miss a couple things about it, like right now a gas card that was really helpful. Company car was helpful too, but I'm okay. I got over that. But I don't miss the actual work just because I love what I do every day, and that was something that an early boss had said to us as a group when we were in that industry was when you're getting dressed in the morning, if you don't feel good about what you're doing, you're in the wrong career.
Well,
All right. Well, there you have it.
That's
There's
kinda
your
fun.
answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's too what's interesting in this podcast. Earlier on, she did talk about her early career and
Yep.
how she realized there's an association for professional
Yeah.
organizers.
Yep.
So if you'd like to find this podcast, just go to smead.com/podcast, scroll to the bottom of the page, episode number 3. And Kim Oser. So becoming more productive. I think
Yeah.
it's a great episode,
It
even
is.
though it's a little grainy and
Yeah.
you
There's
know,
lots
that
of
kind
good
of stuff.
information in there.
Yeah, I'm glad we started that podcast back in the pioneer days. That's before people could even like download podcasts.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
And now we're speaking of podcasts. This Wednesday we got Superman himself coming
Yes,
on.
we do. James
Lott. Yeah.
James Lott.
The
Right.
first time he's been on our show, he's the super organizer. So you don't want to miss
Cool.
that. That's this Wednesday. We do it live here on Facebook, 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, and then a couple hours later it's out on iTunes, on YouTube, on myorganized.life, everywhere. It's everywhere. But you'll want to join. He's a fun guy.
He is.
So also, what else do we got going this week? Do we have any solutions?
Solutions? Yeah, we have some solutions lined up.
Good.
I'm not going to tell you what they are yet, of course.
Because you have to come up with them first.
No,
right?
I know what they're
Okay,
gonna be.
good. And then Friday Blogger Roundup, your favorite show.
Yes, and yours.
And you won't start working on that until like Wednesday or Thursday when I
Thursday.
start looking over the cube and say, Blogger Roundup,
Yep.
anything else?
Anything.
If you have blogs you like, just go ahead and put them in the comments.
Right.
But, we'll do that. But hey, it's Monday. It's kind of exciting. We're
It is.
new week. It's
Yeah.
getting cooler here and cooler. And although I think
the leaves.
the
Oh,
leaves are
there's-
still turning.
They haven't moved
Yeah,
since
they haven't moved
Friday,
since Friday, but
so,
pretty soon those leaves
Yeah.
will be on the ground,
pretty soon.
and we'll need new artwork.
Hey, don't give away our secrets. That's a
I
real
would
window.
never give a secret. I know it is a real. That was a hand-built window,
Yep.
by someone here at Smead. So anyway, that's it. We will be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. MyOrganized.life live. Now there's a place just for you. Life can be busy, and you still have to keep it all together. That's why you like to be organized and in control. Introducing MyOrganized.life, a special place where you can get ideas and solutions to organize what's important to you, your important papers, your important decisions, your important life events. We show you the ideas and products to stay organized in your life. See what's new. Stop by and say hello. Visit us at any time at www.myorganized.life. It's just for you. MyOrganized.life by Smead. Find us at www.myorganized.life. MyOrganized.life.